All right, everybody, the day has arrived, and today is the day we are previewing the Seattle Sounders Leagues Cup final against Inter Miami. It is here in Seattle, and Messi is coming back to Seattle since, 2009, Brody? So
It's
long ago.
it's so
Yeah.
long ago, dude.
When he
Oh my
faced
gosh.
off against the Sounders, okay, I know he was back here during Copa America and whatnot, but the last time Messi faced off against the Sounders, it was back in '09. He's been dodging us for a long time, but the League's Cup gods have brought us together, and we're going to be doing a preview, talking about giving our thoughts going into this match. We're going to keep it pretty brief because I actually don't think there's that much to talk about because you'll see why. And then we're going to build what our starting 11 should look like in the final, because a lot of you were commenting during our previous live on who do you think should start, who do you think should do this and that, and Brody and me have quite a intersected brain when it comes to Sounders starting 11s, so I think it'll be pretty, we'll know what we're talking about in that regard. But let's first get started before we get into that with Inter Miami. I'll let you first talk about it, Brody, because you didn't really get to talk much about the Galaxy game. So if you want to briefly go over that and then talk about the Sounders going into this final in Seattle against Miami with Messi coming here. And yes, Messi is playing. So to everyone, stop with the silly behavior. Messi's going to be here. He's not missing a final.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Messi's gonna play. Like you said, he's been ducking us for a long time, but he can't run now. He can't run now. He's got to face us. The LA Galaxy game. I mean, that was a game. I mean, we comfortably won that game, right? I think the only main thing that I want to take away from it, which is something that could be a problem in this game, is I think Osase did get his goal right, but seeing him miss chances were like, dude, you gotta be putting those away. And as much as I believe in the player, what he can become, it's a bit shitty, unfortunately, that it looks like I think Danny Masowski's suspended for the final.
Yeah,
So
he's been, it was confirmed when he got his red. He was out for the rest of the tournament.
right. So and then obviously what Danny did against SKC, like I really do wish we had him. You know, even if I don't rate him the highest, he's arguably the most clinical striker on the team, right? So that's the only
DP,
main
DP right there.
takeaway.
DP contract right there.
DP contract coming soon, coming soon. But that's really the only thing I'm worried about. Other than that, I think we have a great all around team. Obviously, I guess we should talk about Nuhu's red card, which I would assume that we're gonna try and get rescinded, but I highly doubt that actually happens. I mean, regardless if you think it's a red or not, I just don't see it
I'm surprised
happening.
you called him Nuhu. He's not back to number 5.
No, because like I thought he earned it back. I think out of all the Nuhu antics, this is like the most forgivable one
Really? I
because
still
like
think it was bad though, but I guess granted he set the bar low.
yeah, I mean it wasn't great, but like Nuhu, you know, I'm glad he's not just throwing balls and saying shit to fans and yeah, you know.
Shoving
But
players over.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I mean, those are the real only two things that I could take away from the Galaxy game that could hinder us in the Inter Miami game. But as far as Miami goes, I mean, it's the Messi show. We all know this. It's all we're. That's all. That's why we're hyped. That's who we're all coming to see. It really
That's
is
why
the
the
Messi
ticket
show.
sales are insane.
Dude, it's absolutely insane. They finally opened up the 300 level, and like at first it didn't even make sense. They had the 300 level like completely closed. I'm like,
I
why?
know.
It's fucking Messi, dude. But I mean, the Inter Miami goes as Messi goes, right? And that's the one player you got to keep your eye on. Everyone else, I mean, they obviously, you know, Luis Suarez, Jordi Alba, and all the guys they have around him. It's the Messi show. So we got to figure out how to stop the greatest player of all time. That's what we got to work on this next few days leading up to the game.
Yeah, I think to add on to your points talking about it, it's going to be the first time Messi is going to face off against the Seattle Sounders as an Inter Miami player. I thought that the first time was going to be in the regular season when we went away to Miami, but here we are. It actually is going to
Mm-hmm.
happen here in Seattle on a weekend, not on a Tuesday.
In a cup final.
So, yeah, and a cup final, which is crazy to think about that we did it. And it kind of makes me go to my point. I know this might be very unshine like, but I'm actually very confident going into this final. Like, I've watched Inter Miami. I mean, everyone has. Even the non-MLSers be watching Inter Miami. They aren't that good. Can I say that quietly? Like, I really don't feel like they're that good. Like, their game against Orlando, granted, Orlando's a lot more of a tougher opponent than the LA Galaxy. I think what we did, like what was good about the game against the Galaxies, we did what we had to do. But really, Galaxy they were bad. I'm gonna be honest, guys. They were trash. Like straight dog poo poo, not good. My biggest two concerns was exactly, and it's the same thing Will said too. Osase, too many missed chances. I mean, but that's the Sounders DNA with the strikers. You need 1,000 chances to score one, and Nuhu getting a really stupid red card yet again, third of the season. And we might need to do a video talking about the red cards because I think Sounders are on the verge of breaking a record for most red cards in a season. But again, that's a whole other topic for another time. We're focusing on this. When it comes to Inter Miami coming to Seattle, if you know ball, I think Seattle are the favorites going into this final. Again, just let me cook here for a second. They are the more well-rounded team. I think they've been the better team in Leagues Cup, and they're the more complete team. I think obviously Inter Miami has the edge because they have the X factors, but I think this time around we actually might have an X factor of our own, and it's one of Brody's favorite players. I think De La Vega could be a huge difference, and we have seen the best stretch of games from him since this Leagues Cup started. It's been like the biggest blessing for Pedro De La Vega has been this Leagues Cup, and there's only obviously I think Jordi Alba's still a good player. I think he's arguably one of the best left backs in the league right now. I think Busquets, I'm gonna say not really so much. Suarez, we still have seen shades of greatness from him. We saw it in the Club World Cup. We've seen it so far this season. Obviously, there's Messi. There is other players too. Don't get me wrong. There's not just the Barcelona boys. There's plenty of other players too on Inter Miami. I think if you can nullify Messi, which we have seen plenty of teams do, and if any team can do it from the West, I think it can be Seattle. Like, I am actually so confident going into this game. Like, I think Seattle are the favorites. I know many people might say it's Miami, but if you know MLS ball, like, I think Seattle should be looking at, like, licking their chops, being like, I think we have a really good shot at winning this game. We don't have to travel. We are at home. We don't have extra leggy legs from having to go all the way here. And think about the last time Miami made a trip that was closest to Seattle was Vancouver in the CCC. What happened there? 5-0 in aggregate. Vancouver got spanked on. So for me, I know this might be unshine like going into this final, man. I think this is the Sounders to lose, and I'm excited because I think this could be the opportunity for Seattle to, as Brody likes to say, belt to bum. And I really hope we can build on this. So this is the big thing is I think this is a golden opportunity for us to prove ourselves to the league, to a lot of, because there's going to be a lot of neutrals watching this. This reminds you of when Nashville played Miami in the very first Leagues Cup Messi played in, the big Messi boom. It reminds me a little bit of it. And unlike Nashville, I think we have a real shot of being able to win it and take it to them and show the world, hey, we are that team. And I hope we can build on this, being like, hey, we were able to beat Messi. We could win a Leagues Cup. Let's make some signings. Let's make ourselves look like an attractive team. Like, I think there's some good key building blocks if Seattle wins this. And I again, I'm going to reiterate it for the 50th time. I think Seattle can win this game, and they are the favorites. They're the more organized team because Inter Miami's defense is cheeks. It's really bad. So,
Yeah, I mean, I would say I would agree. Sounders, obviously, I think with not just Leagues Cup, but just overall the last month, 2 months, just post Club World Cup, Sounders have been the most dangerous team out of the MLS, or at least one of them for sure. The only thing is you can't count out Messi, right? You can't count out Messi, and what team has
today? Can we today?
what team has the two best players? What team has the two best players out of either side? I would say Inter Miami. I'd say Messi. I'd say DePaul. Right. So they have.
Oh, and I didn't even mention DePaul. Shoot.
Exactly.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
So, like they have the high end talent, of course. So it's going to be a close game, I would imagine. But I would agree that Sounders are for sure the favorites. But I mean, we could talk all this talk, right? But we got to make sure that the Sounders have the right 11 to put out in order to seal the deal and lift the League's Cup in front of Messi at home.
Is that a segue, Brody, to me putting this up on screen?
Oh, dude, I didn't even realize you were gonna do that. Wow, that's crazy, bro. Wow,
That's crazy.
that's just perfect timing. Wow,
One thing too,
seriously.
before we get into the XI, like you brought up Club World Cup too. Dude, we've played against such harder teams and we didn't even get belt to bum than any of those. Like that the thing is
Yeah,
because like this season we've seen the Sounders play against way more stacked teams with way more X factors that I'm just like,
yeah.
I'm not too like scared of Miami. Like I maybe would have been like a year to 2 years ago, but now I'm just like, you know what? PSG came here, Sorloth waxed us, couldn't score. Hakimi waxed us. Like,
I think
I'm
it's
not
just
too
Messi's
worried.
aura for me.
Oh,
Just
okay.
Messi's aura. I'm just like he comes in the building. I'm like, okay, all right. There's nothing's guaranteed when Messi is in the
When he's
arena.
on the
Let's just put it
field. The
that
thing
way.
is, unlike most people, I'm not a huge Messi glazer, so that's not glazer. I
Yeah,
don't know, man. Like the thing is like I don't really care that much about going to this game to see Messi. I have different priorities, and that's like a whole other. Brody knows my other priorities of players I'd rather much more see than Messi. So, yeah, but let's get into the XI. Obviously, first one. What do we call him?
the
Brian
goat.
Thomas.
Oh, Brian
Brian
Thomas.
Brian Thomas.
The goat,
Yeah,
Brian
obviously Andrew
Thomas.
Thomas is in goal. Any argument to bring in Steph? Something I brought up during the live was obviously Thomas is going to start. That's no question. But Steph is like every single MLS Cup final we've played in, Steph has never not shown up, even the ones we've lost. That is the one thing I'll say is he is always a final guy.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's like the only argument you can make at this point, right?
Yep.
I mean, Thomas has just looked better than Fry given their time this season. But my counter argument would be Thomas has shown up this entire tournament. I
Yeah.
mean, from the PK shootout in regulation, last game made some big saves as well. So like I would say as much as Fry's a legend and one of the most clutch goalkeepers of all time, I think you got to ride Andrew out in this tournament. I think that's exactly what we'll do.
I completely agree. And this is going to be my take. And everyone in the comments, you're going to have to let me know. I think he's the X factor going into this game because sometimes Andrew can get a little hot headed and get a little too into the game, a little too much dip on his chip. And this is the
Yeah.
game where I'm worried it could boil over. I don't think it will, but it could. This is just the last thing I'll say about him.
Yeah.
Right back. Because don't forget, we have no Nuhu and we don't read at left back. So what would you
Yeah.
do here?
Yeah, so if this is what we're doing, I'm rolling KKR.
All right, I'll
I'm rolling
Google how to
KKR
spell
right back.
Kalani's whole name. Kosa Rienzi. Here you go.
Kosa
We'll just.
Rianti. I
I
mean,
think so too. But dude, that means Costa Rienzi against Messi. That's the only scary part.
even
I mean, I
matchup.
think it's still a lose. I honestly, as bad as it sounds, I think it's a lose-lose either way. I think Alex is screwed either way.
Yeah, I mean, just I think out of any outside back, I think Kalani, outside of in my opinion, at least Alex, I think Kalani's just shown himself completely well, and I would much rather just have him on the right, Alex on the left, than have to put Reed Baker Whiting in the lineup. And I will say his last performance was good, but I haven't seen enough to trust him in a cup final. So
I agree. Uh, Center backs.
yeah, center backs for me, I just Reagan Yamar. Like,
Do you
I
think
mean,
there's any argument for John Bell or Kim?
uh, I guess the argument for Kim, I guess, could be experience. I mean,
He
you
has
know,
won an Asian Champions League.
he has, and he's won an MLS Cup in Seattle as well. So I mean, I could see that argument, but I think you just got to roll out Reagan and Neymar. To be
Uh,
honest, I will say though, if there's any scenario in which Messi's like somewhat isolated with Reagan, like dear
oh,
God, cover your
yeah,
eyes, man.
he's gone.
It's not going to be good.
I've
Yeah.
seen enough of Reagan getting cooked that I could agree with that.
I mean,
And
throwback to that one, I think it was 2 years ago. He got cooked by those Chico Arango stepovers. I mean, imagine what Messi's
it's
gonna
not even that.
do.
Remember when we played Chicago? I think 2 years ago too. He got absolutely nutmeg rinse, and then the player scored after the nutmeg too.
Yeah,
Yeah, those
yeah,
those Chicho Arango, dude. I completely forgot about that game.
yeah. I'm not as big of a Reagan hater as others, but like, dear God, please don't get him isolated, man. Against Messi, like I'm gonna cover my eyes, cover my dog's eyes, cover my family's eyes. Just
It's not gonna
massacre.
end well.
Oof. Yeah,
Obviously Christian Obed.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
not much to say about that.
easy peasy.
Except for the fact that you
Cam,
have them
yeah.
listed wrong. It's actually technically it's actually Obed on the left and Christian on the right. Technically.
Okay, well, we're gonna keep it that way. I don't care enough. You guys know what I mean. Cam, no Rusnak still.
Yeah, I
So
mean, I
Ferreira.
think it's Jesus Ferreira. I mean, last
Okay.
game I thought he was good. I mean, obviously he didn't have a chance in the box to blunder, so I got to see the rest of the parts of his game, and
I thought
I
he was
thought he
kind of.
showed himself well.
I thought he was very mid. I don't know.
Nah, man, I thought he was good. I mean,
Uh,
he does a lot of the things that people don't see, whether it's like the pass to the pass, you know what I mean, or getting himself in the
sure.
right spot to open up the attack, switches the ball quickly. I think for the flow of the attack with Rusnak out, I think Ferreira is the best
I mean, yeah,
player
he is
in that
100% the best
position.
bit. The one argument I'll say is I actually don't mind if we play De La Vega at Cam. I actually
Yeah,
don't mind that.
it's just something about De La Vega crashing in from that left side. I mean, obviously he got the goal last game and just attacking from that left side, man. He just looks so lively and he's able to go from the left to the center like that.
I
So,
have one argument about Ferreira.
hmm.
Would you maybe want to see Danny at the 10? I know again, it's like,
um,
but again, I want to play some devil's advocate in this because he had a really good game against SKC. Granted, I guess technically everyone did.
yeah. I think it could be a game where Ferreira's like dropping a stinker. I think you could see Danny Leva come in. I would be cool with that. I wouldn't start him over Ferreira, but I could see like a Danny Leva at 60th minute appearance if it's not looking good for Jesus. Or honestly, like if you wanted to, even like Rothrock or whoever's on the right, like you could pull him out, Ferreira on the right, Leva
Yeah, Danny at the
through the middle.
10.
I would
Yeah,
like
that's
that
fine
too.
too. I don't
So
mind that.
I mean, yeah,
Speaking of that, who would we play at right winger?
I know it's gonna be a shock. I know I'm labeled as the Rothrock hater, but I would indeed start Paul Rothrock on the right side. Like I mean, you saw it last game without his hustle on that play. We don't open
His
this.
hustle. Oh, bro, it reminds me when you because when you
I
say that, it
know,
reminds me
like
when you
hustle
crashed out
merchant.
about that.
I know, like the hustle merchant stuff can get annoying when you.
Hustle merchants.
It's just like when you start to. I don't want to get into this
No,
thing again. When you
I
start
know
to
I'm not
equate like
either, but it's just
hustle,
funny. Yeah.
if you want to people when you start to equate hustle to like the top end quality of like what De La Vega can bring, that's where I'm like, okay, let's settle it down, right?
Let's
But
chill.
for what we have, I think I like Rothrock in that position. Just his work rate, his ability to have that constant motor and get himself in decent positions as well. I mean, he loves to crash in the box. You could see maybe a De La Vega takes advantage on the right side. Rothrock crashes in, ball bounces to him. Like he's got good instincts inside the box as well. So I'm cool with a Rothrock start in the final.
I'm not gonna quite throw in Rothrock yet because I want to make an argument, a counter argument for the newly called up Burkina Faso national team player, Georgie. I wouldn't
Mm-hmm.
mind if Georgie started. I think he's looked good in Leagues Cup when he has played.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like if the lineup came out and Georgie was starting, I'd have absolutely zero complaints. I mean, how could you?
Okay, but what
Every
who would
time
we
he comes
want to
on, he
be
just looks
starting?
lively. Hmm?
Who do we want to be starting?
Um, it's tough because like defensively, like Kalani and
Oh
Georgie
yeah,
on that right
Messi.
side, where
Okay,
I'm
you
just
know
like
what? The one
makes me a
time
bit
I will
queasy.
say, yeah, maybe Rothrock should start because I keep forgetting Messi.
Maybe we could have a sneaky De La Vega on the right. He has to show out who's the best Argentinian 10.
Argentinian 10. Yeah.
Gets on Messi, just pockets him, dribbles the whole team. No, I'm keeping
No,
De La Vega on the right.
yeah,
I
no.
would say Rothrock gets the start. I think Georgie. I would like to see Georgie come in earlier though.
Yeah, actually get significant minutes. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm in
And
that same boat.
I would even say like honestly, let's say we're like 1-2-0 up. I would even see him coming over like De La Vega. I would be fine with that. Have Rothrock just kind of be the workhorse on the right side to close out the game and see Georgie come in for De La Vega, kind of a similar profile. Like I would
Yeah.
even be cool with that, honestly.
Yeah, I agree. And then obviously De Rosario has to start.
Yeah, I mean, has to. Obviously, the choice for me would be, which I am a De Rosario guy, but in a situation like this, like you got to be clinical. Musowski's proven to be the most clinical, so I would for
Dude, who
sure
would have
start
thought
Musowski. But
that would be coming out of our mouths?
Dude, in
Musovski.
2022 or not 2022, sorry, last year, 2024, if you had told me, hey, next year Musovski's gonna break Morris's like personal best scoring record and start and score a hat trick and just like possibly bag 16, 17, 18 goals, I'd be like, yeah, dude.
Yeah, so this is how we would start our starting lineup would be against Inter Miami in the Leagues Cup final. Who knows? Maybe Brian's watching this. He agrees. He takes some notes down. He's like, you know what? These guys kind of know what they're talking about. Probably not. Obviously, everyone saw Brody's tweet when he said, "Why is Musovski starting?" and he proceeded to score a hat trick. So who knows? But yeah, that's gonna be our preview for the Leagues Cup final. Boys and girls, let us know your guys' thoughts in the comments down below. Would you make any changes to the XI that we brought up? What is your guys' thoughts? Let us know in the comments down below. Make sure to smash the like button on the video. We will be live post game. So I'm going to be doing a watch along on Will's channel, and then he's going to hop on again post game live on the channel to talk about it. So either we're going to be celebrating, either we're going to be crying. I don't know what's going to happen, but we'll find out then. Boys and girls, I hope you'll have a lovely day.